9 habits you need to escape poverty. Struggling to make ends meet, fighting to put food on the table, barely covering basic needs. Living in poverty is exhausting. When you find yourself in this situation, living from paycheck to paycheck with zero room for error, it's hard to see a way out. It's easy to fall into the trap of, this is just the way things are. Things don't have to be that way. You deserve so much more. There are steps you can take to change your circumstances and start moving the needle towards financial stability. It all comes down to habits, how you think about your money, and how you respond to economic changes. Here are 9 habits that will help you escape poverty. 1. Invest in education. Your brain is your greatest asset. A strong education is the most valuable thing you have. Higher levels of education contribute to higher pay and opportunities for financial success. And the best investment you can make is an investment in yourself. While it may not be realistic to pay for a bachelor's degree at this point in your life, check out your local community college for associate's degree programs or vocational certificate programs. The financial aid department can help you navigate their aid packages to make it more affordable. And you could land a job that pays $50,000 to $60,000 a year after graduation. Maybe college classes are still out of your price range at the moment, but education comes from many sources. Read books on financial literacy or take online courses to learn a new skill. Thanks to the internet, you can now learn almost anything for free. Many entrepreneurs flourished and achieved great success self-educating themselves online. 2. Start budgeting. Even if it feels like every penny is gone by the end of the month, start a budget. Take a tally of all your expenses and make sure every penny is accounted for. Make a plan for your money before it even hits your account. Budgeting allows you to pinpoint all of your spending so you can see if there are areas where it's possible to reduce the amount you spend. It also gets you in the habit of planning for the future, making some sacrifices now so you can pay for a significant purchase later, or starting an emergency fund. 3. Start saving what you can. Let's talk more about this emergency fund. Start putting away little bits of money into a savings account, even if it's $20 per week. Next, do not touch that money. Treat that savings account as if it doesn't exist. The goal is to save up enough money to cover 3 to 6 months of expenses, which acts as your safety net. Once you have an emergency fund, you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders, and it will be easier to breathe and make decisions about your finances. 4. Pay off debt. I know. Easier said than done, right? Not anymore. Remember that $20 a week you were saving for your emergency fund? Now that your safety net is there, start putting that $20 towards any debt you may have. As your budget gains more wiggle room, pay off whatever amount you can. Make a plan for payments, and as soon as one debt is paid off, apply that same amount to the next one. You can't build wealth and make a real financial change until you have your debts under control. 5. Live below your means. The richer you become, the more frugal and low-key you should be. Too many young people waste money on things they don't need, simply to show off to their friends or on social media. There's no shame in living a frugal life. Drive a cheap car, live in a modest home, don't eat out every day, don't buy clothes you don't need. Live below your means, like the unassuming millionaire next door. 6. Create additional income. So you've taken all these steps to reduce your expenses, build up your savings, and reduce your debt, but you're still coming up just a little short. At that point, when your current job or business is simply not enough to cover the essentials, it's time to consider a side hustle. Even if it's just for a short time, an additional source of income can help you support the weight of overdue bills. If you've taken some of those courses and earned some certifications, see if they can bring you higher pay at your current job. Alternatively, those new skills may help you transition into a higher paying position elsewhere. So, keep yourself open to new opportunities. 7. Steer clear of payday loans. Payday loans are a big trap, and it's easy to fall into that trap when you need cash quickly. But if you fall into a pattern of borrowing these kinds of loans, you could be paying off the lender for years afterward. According to the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the cost of one payday loan is from $10 to $30 for every $100 you borrow. In other words, if you take out a 2-week payday loan with a $15 fee for every $100 lent to you, your APR would be close to 400%. If you find yourself in a pinch for quick cash, remember that your emergency fund is there for a reason. 8. Keep yourself healthy. There's a misconception that staying healthy is a luxury rather than a necessity. That's just not true. Good health is essential to having a happy life, and it's critical for escaping poverty. I get it. If you live in a food desert, eating well is a monumental task. You don't have much control over what foods are available in this case, so eat as well as your circumstances allow you to. Focus on getting as much protein, vegetables, and fruit as you can, and steer clear of the junk food. Why is healthy eating so important for getting out of poverty? The fewer health conditions you have to deal with, the more money you save on doctor's visits, prescriptions, and expensive medical bills. More than that, when you're healthy and feel good, your mental health tends to improve too. Improved mental health is a big advantage for dealing with your circumstances and finding the mental fortitude to change them for the better. Finally, make sure you have health insurance coverage. If you're living below the poverty line, you're more susceptible to health problems until you start eating your veggies and protein. And medical bills are the last thing you need on your plate. 9. Adopt the Shift-and-Persist method. Living below the poverty line and fighting to cover all your needs is stressful. People living in poverty have higher levels of stress but don't have as many resources to cope with it. The Shift-and-Persist method helps you cope with these stresses. Rather than focusing on eliminating stressors that may be out of your control, this approach enables you to accept your situation but shift your perspective on it. Make a list of your goals, both short-term and long-term. Keep that list close by and use it to keep yourself motivated. Seeing your goals in front of you helps you see the bigger picture so you can shift your focus from the current stressful situation and persist towards a different way of life. Remember that you are worthy, you add value to the world, and you have the power to rise above your circumstances. Thanks for watching Cerebral Life, the channel where you learn more and improve your life. See you next time.